Lou, thanks for coming out to the clinic. I hope you enjoyed this one also. First, obviously you're underwater here. I want you to take a look at the position of your right arm and shoulder right there. See that upward angle and the low shoulder? That really is just slowing you down quite a bit. If you do look at the left arm, you can see the arm is straighter out in front, though the shoulder is still a little bit on the low side. So what I want you to try to focus on is a couple things. One is try to rotate the hips and try to flatten out the shoulders a little bit when you're swimming. See how the hips and the shoulders are rotating together? Well, you've got to try to keep your chest and your shoulders flatter. Let the hips rotate. The other thing is really watch that right arm. See how deep that hand is right there. That needs to be 2-3 inches below the water, and you're a good 12 inches below at that point. So real important just to try to shallow up the arms when you're extending right there. You can see how deep they are. Also, look where the position of the thumb is there and there. See, thumb is up at that point, and you really want to try to roll the thumb down so the elbow is pointing up above the surface of the water instead of down to the bottom. So that's one thing. A lot of people do is they'll roll that pinky down, the thumb up, and then the elbow and the shoulder follows it. So try to do just the opposite and roll the thumb down there. You see how your pinky is right there is pointing, is sloping down to the bottom there. You want to have the thumb down about 45 degrees towards the thumb side. So something to work on there. Your pull looks good. See, you have the wide elbows. You're holding the water well. You also want to, remember, work on upping the tempo and maybe tighten up the kick a little bit. It's a little bit wide. So just a couple things to think about there. When I'm looking at the above water, I'm looking for shoulder and elbow position, uh, making sure that they are in a nice high position, and you're fine there. Elbows coming out at the right area. Hands are entering straight out from the shoulders. That looks good. And again, you have a good extension, good straight extension there. That's the only issue is the angle underwater and the depth of the shoulder. So everything looks good there. Hip rotation looks good. Onto the left side, when the left side's coming up, maybe you want to try to emphasize again the hip rotation and a little less on the shoulders. And that should give you a little more power. And then see how you have a sort of the recovery is a little bit slow there. Just up tempo that recovery bit. That'll help up your speed.